telescope is an extension of its owner that allows us to peer into the universe to see nature on the grandest scale, with wonders that boggle the imagination. Okay, this is a Galaxy log for June 18th of 2022, and it's subtitled Short But Sweet. Okay, this was first view of the night, and which I like to do once in a while. And it's of NGC 5005, Knez of Odyssey. Telescope is a 4.7-inch f7.5 ED refractor. The eyepiece is a 9mm, gave me 100 magnification. And the sky conditions were excellent. It was actually one of the best nights in a long time when it came to transparency and seeing. So here's the near view image of this really great galaxy. Kind of marked the end of the spring sky, which is my favorite time of the year, obviously, with all the great galaxies there are. And this one's no exception, and a really good way to say goodbye to the spring sky. The refractor gave it a really nice view. It's a very bright galaxy. Gave it a little stellar nucleus, a nice large inner core region, which is slightly mottled. It's very elongated, stretched out very well, especially with averted vision. And I kind of noticed that the western side of the galaxy seemed to stretch out a little bit more than the east side. And I checked some photographs of, especially ones that weren't like all burned out, and you could kind of see that the western side stretches a little bit more from the core area of the galaxy. So it was pretty neat seeing that. But it's really a great galaxy to go for. But now, this time of year, now we're deep into the summer, when I'm doing this recording, it's gone. But be a good one to mark down for next spring to view. It's like I said, it's a really great galaxy. It's a bright galaxy. A lot of detail in large telescopes, but it can be, as you can see, it can be seen easily in small telescopes, and stands out very well. Okay, our next galaxy is NGC 5879 in Draco. And here is where 5879 is located in the great constellation of Draco, which has many galaxies. There's a closer up view from Stellarium Web of where the galaxy is located. It's near this fairly bright star. So if you're star hopping, it's pretty easy to find. It's not hard to find the galaxy, and the galaxy is just far enough, especially a little bit if you use a little bit higher magnification, so there's no real glare from the star. So easy galaxy to find. And here's the galaxy from the near view image. And here first talk about the galaxy itself. It's magnitude 11.6, surface brightness 13.2, not too bad. It's a good sized galaxy. Here's its type and distance, which is, for galaxies, it's fairly close. For the near view image, was the 4.7-inch, of course, refractor. Well, it's a f7.5 ED refractor. Eyepiece is 7mm, gave me 129 magnification. And as I mentioned, the sky conditions were excellent. So here's the galaxy. Showed a little faint stellar nucleus, nice elongated core area, and then really stretched out, especially with averted vision, really stretched out north to south. And I also waited for moments of really good seeing. Seeing was pretty good all night. The short night I was observing, and it really helped bring out some nice detail or a nice view of the galaxy itself with the telescope like this. Yeah, I really thought the view was really nice for. Not a really overly bright galaxy, but as I said, you spend some time when you're looking at galaxies like this, even with a smaller telescope, to wait for those moments of good seeing, and the transparency is good. And you'd be surprised, what can be seen. So this was one of those kind of galaxies that I spent some time with, and obviously it turned out really well. Okay, our final galaxy for this very short night that I had was NGC 5962 in Serpens. And here's where the galaxy is located, fairly easy to find near the head of the snake. Here's a closer up view from Stellarium Web of where the galaxy is located. Like I said, it's really easy. It lies in a field of fairly bright stars. So if you're star hopping, you have like an 8x50 finder scope. All these stars here, all these bright stars can be seen, and you can just look for that pattern and the galaxies within there. Even though it's not a very large galaxy, you can kind of, if you are star hopping and you're using a real low power eyepiece, you may mistake it for a slightly out of focus star. So you may want to use a little bit higher magnification to point out where the galaxy really is, and it'll stand out a little more among the stars. So here's my near view image, and it's a little bit brighter galaxy than the previous galaxy. It's also more face on. So it's 11.3 mag, fairly decent surface brightness, decent size. There's its type, and it's much farther out than the previous galaxy. For the near view image, with the 4.7-inch f7.5 ED refractor, same eyepiece, 7mm, 129 magnification, and as I mentioned previously, the sky conditions were really good all night. Short night I was there. So the galaxy lies in a nice field of stars, so it kind of enhances the overall view. The telescope showed a nice little stellar nucleus, kind of an oval shape to the galaxy. And here again, I really stayed with this galaxy as far as, using averted vision, waiting for moments of the best seeing and transparency. And I was kind of rewarded with a nice view of a nice small galaxy. And I wouldn't say I saw modeling with it, but it definitely had this unevenness to it within the disk of the galaxy. But yeah, this is a nice galaxy for larger telescopes. I've seen it in larger telescopes, and it stands out very, very well in large telescopes. But I thought it was a nice galaxy to go for with the refractor, and yeah, it was a pretty nice view. Like I said, I think the area itself, where the galaxy lies, with very rich in stars, kind of enhances the overall view of it. But yeah, so it's a good galaxy to go for. Okay, this is a summary of this galaxy log. It was a short night, and I think maybe about between astronomical twilight ending and lunar rise was maybe about 2 hours or so. So that was why there wasn't a whole lot that I did as far as for this galaxy log. But I did spend some time with it, with those galaxies, and like I said, I was rewarded for some really nice views. Also wanted to mention that I know that this galaxy log took place back in June, and the video is going to be released here in July. And but I was held up with an illness in the family, so I had to take care of that, and before I can get around to doing this galaxy log. But yeah, it's kind of sad that the spring sky is gone. And it's like it you always can't wait for the spring galaxies to come around, and before you know it, they're gone like that. So so this is my final goodbye to spring of 2022. As dark side is concerned, this is our my usual dark side. I wasn't going to go to the darker site that's a little over an hour drive away. This is a half-hour away, with such a short window of darkness between astronomical twilight and moon rise. So, but it's a good dark site, good elevation. And here's Google Earth at night, the area. And as I mentioned with the Galaxies, that this night in particular, transparency was just awesome. Just really good for this dark site. The Milky Way later on as it rose really stood out really well, and just you could just see that there was a lot more fainter stars you could see with the naked eye than usual, and it was also had good seeing. You don't get that a whole lot, especially here in the north, in the northeast, where you have both really good, excellent transparency and excellent seeing. But this was one of those kind of nights. It's a shame though that it was such a short night. And here's the telescope. It's a Skywatcher EvoStar 4.7 f7.5 ED APO refractor, and which is really a nice telescope. And I mentioned previously in other Galaxy logs where I've used this telescope. One thing I did do is I changed out the focuser to a much better focuser than what the scope came with. And the scope to me now is just perfect. The optics in this telescope are really, really good. You know, for a 4.7 inch, it looks like when you're looking at these objects, it looks like you're looking through a larger telescope like that. But the clarity, the contrast that the scope provides is just really good, and it's really I really enjoy using it, you know, for a smaller telescope. The mount is on an old Celestron ASCG5 mount Go-To, which really makes for a nice pair. I think the mount, these guys handle around 30 or 35 pounds of payload, and telescope tube is something, I don't know, 12, 15 pounds, if that. I guess around there, it's around 12, 15 pounds. And so it you know, and it's not overly long, you know, at f7.5. So it really, the combination is really good, and I really enjoy this setup. And you know, it's also very comfortable. That's one of the things in, you know, when galaxy observing, that, you know, you need not only really good skies, a good telescope, but also to be comfortable at the eyepiece. And sitting and observing like this makes for comfortable viewing, that you can really sit and study whatever galaxy or object you're looking at. So it's a comfort thing also. As far as eyepieces, for that first view of the night is Celestron XL Alex 9mm, and I really like these eyepieces. I was, you know, because it's such a short night, I just took you know, the smaller eyepiece case with the Celestrons. I have a nice, I guess I almost have not quite the full set of these XLs, but most of them like that. And they're nice eyepieces. They really are. They give they're nice eye reliefs. Their eye relief is like 17 or 18 millimeters. The field of view is like 60 degrees, so it's not too bad as far as, it's fairly wide field. The image quality through them are pretty darn good. So that gave me some really nice views with the refractor. And for the NGC 5879 and 5962 here's the 7mm, which is Celestron XL LX 7mm. So that's it for this Galaxy log. Clear dark skies and happy galaxy observing.